Good evening, everyone. Just back to do a quick update as far as my use of GW and S4. Alright, and again, GW, that's 10 milligrams twice a day. S4, 25 milligrams twice a day. Alright, so I'm about 5 or 6 weeks into this cycle. These are the only SARMs I'm using. I intend on doing 12 weeks. I'm ready, well stocked. Side effects. Okay, GW, no side effects. Alright. The S4. Okay, I know in my last video I was having some of the night vision problems. Alright, but I have to limit that incident to that morning because ever since I've resumed back on my normal protocol, I haven't experienced any of the side effects. So far so good. Haven't upped the dosage on the S4. Like I said, there's a specific protocol on the S4. If you can tolerate the night blindness, or if you don't get it at all, you can up the dosage just a tad bit. Alright. 25 milligrams twice a day seems to be the sweet spot for me. So I think I'm going to maintain that for the whole entire 12 weeks. Alright, no need to increase the dosage for the GW beyond 20 milligrams. Alright, from what I've read. Alright, progress in the gym. Alright. The S4, it definitely maintains your strength. It definitely gets you stronger even when you're on a cut. Alright. As far as the aesthetic properties go, yeah, both GW and S4, again, they're both designed to help you lose weight and get cut. Even though that's not the intent. Of course, with all SARMs, the intent of SARMs is to prevent muscle wasting. All right, for patients who have certain diseases, certain cancers. GW, we all know it's an endurance enhancer, but more so, I like it because of the fat burning properties. Okay, so GW and S4 seem to complement each other in that regard. All right. Like all SARMs, these things can be stacked just about any way you want. It kind of depends on your goals. All right. So my next cycle, all right, I'm gonna continue the GW and S4, but I'm gonna throw LGD into the mix. Of course, before that I'll do my PCT, and I'll take a few weeks off and then resume again. So yeah, other than that though, that's it. I've thought about posting videos of myself training, but then I thought that'd be kind of boring. I think everyone else does that too, but something different than sitting up somewhere and just talking to my outdated iPhone 5. Just so you can actually see me in motion doing something other than talking about SARMs. So maybe I'll do that in the future. Alright, but another topic I wanted to discuss, and I know I briefly touched upon this in my last video. Alright, so SARMs in liquid form or pill form, does it matter? Alright, so my opinion, yes, it matters. Alright, I think it matters on a number of levels. Alright, so for one, as other people have said, these are research chemicals. Okay, being that they're research chemicals, they're not designed for human consumption. Alright, so that's the first thing. Second thing I think is the mode of delivery. Now I've used SARMs in pill form. All right, like I said, my first SARM was by Blackstone Labs. There's the Ostapure. All right. I have not used the liquid version of Osterin, but I can tell you right now, um, between uh, you know how fast Osterin kicked in compared to what I'm using now, um, the liquid versions, hands down, you see the results much faster. So I think the mode of delivery plays a part. So I'd have to give that to the liquid version. All right. Um, the other thing too, it might not be such a big deal, depending on how you see it. But we have to remember too that supplement companies are just that. They're supplement companies. They're there to make money, just like everyone else. And that's not saying that that's a bad thing. You gotta hustle and do what you gotta do. But it's not uncommon for supplement companies to operate. I wouldn't say unethically, ethically, but there's some questionable practices that some of these companies do that we don't know about, and maybe we shouldn't know about. But on the other hand, I'm for one that says, I don't think the FDA should be in everyone's business. And just to let you know about my background, all right, I don't work for a supplement company, all right. I'm not endorsed by any SARM company, all right. Not even involved in fitness. That's not my 9-to-5 job. I do work for an FDA. I work in an FDA regulated facility. Excuse me. All right, and I'm in the blood banking industry. All right, I work for one of the biggest non-for-profit companies that collect blood. All right, I don't have to say it. You should put two and two together and you'll know. So I'm well versed in labeling. I used to label blood and plasma, and I work in regulatory compliance. So I kind of know how the FDA, sort of, to some degree. I don't know the ins and outs, obviously, but I know what they look for. All right. So for the people that say that uh, SARMs got pulled off the market for mislabeling issue, yes, that's true to some degree, right? That is true, but we got to remember the mislabeling happened because they were trying to sell a research chemical as a dietary supplement. That's the mislabeling. All right, not for the fact that they should have put not meant for human consumption, because that's what I gather from what a lot of people say why SARMs got pulled off the market, because everyone knows that they're not meant for human consumption. A lot of people think, a disclaimer or something like of that effect should have been put on the bottle. Well, think about it, guys. If they put not meant for human consumption on a dietary supplement, then how are they supposed to sell it? How is a supplement retailer supposed to put that on the shelf and sell that to people? All right, if it says on the bottle not meant for human consumption. Now, of course, there's always a disclaimer on the side that talks about the list of side effects and whatnot, but or it might say in the state of California known to cause birth defects, whatever that product may be, but nowhere on the bottle or on the supplement will it say not meant for human consumption, because if it wasn't meant for human consumption, then why is it being sold on the store on the shelf? It just doesn't make any sense. So, yes, SARMs were pulled off the market for a mislabeling issue, but not to that extent. They were pulled off the market for mislabeling because they were being sold as a dietary supplement. That's the mislabeling. All right, and I think the other elephant in the room that no one was addressing or not addressing is the whole litigation against Blackstone Labs happened from another supplement company. All right, I don't know the name of the company, but they first they did bring them to court for mislabeling. All right, that's the first thing, but the second thing too, and from what I don't, they didn't say it directly, but um, basically in the gist of the the article I read, the company was pretty much complaining about how will that company and other companies that don't manufacture and sell SARMs, how will they be able to make a profit in the same industry? Because let's face it, natural test boosters, we all know they work so well, right? Yeah, they work so well, you know, boosting your testosterone up 400, 500%, lowering estrogen by this amount, and, you know, become a god. Become a god in like 2 days, right? We all know that they all do the same thing. All right, let's be honest. They don't do that. All right, not saying that they don't have a place on the shelves, but come on, guys. If it came down between choosing, you know, a natural test booster or a SARM, if you really do your research and, you know, well educated, looking for the next big thing, of course, if you wanted the real thing, you just go get the gear. All right, talking about things that are not going to mess you up hormonally, but you know, are more potent than a natural test booster. You know, you put your money on the SARMs. I mean, I would. That's where my money is going to. But to each their own. All right, so that's what I gather from the whole pill versus liquid debate. My opinion, my stance still stands. So I still say go with liquid version. Now the same argument can be made for the liquid version. You don't know what they're putting into, but you know, you got to do your due diligence and do your research. And like I said, to each their own. Everyone is going to do what they do. If the pill form of the SARM gives you the benefits and you're not seeing any of the side effects and whatnot, then who am I or anyone else to tell you it doesn't work or it's, you know, that's not the real thing. Alright, just giving you my feedback and my experience and my opinion, because that's all it is, just my opinion. You don't have to disagree with it, you don't have to agree with it, it's whatever. It's trying to help anyone else who's trying to hear this message. If they're thinking about using SARMs or, you know, just want to get some more information. So, that's it for now, guys. Have a good one.